and every person. For those of you who have your cameras on, can I see some smiles? Can I see some happy faces? Because this is Ignite. It is here where we are ignited. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. It is awesome to once again be with each and every one of you. We are so privileged and honored, to each and every person that has joined us, to every visitor, to every role player, to those from other clubs who have come to help us and assist us this evening. Thank you so much. We thank you for your help, and we thank you for your presence here this evening. I want to just say thank you to each and every one of our contestants as well that will be participating this evening. I know that they have been brave and they have come forward and they have said, I am going to represent my club. And so we are so honored to have our contestants here this evening. But before we go into the evening tonight, I want to share something with you from Maya Angelou. And this is what she says: there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story on the inside of you. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story on the inside of you. Each and every contestant here this evening are ready to tell us their story. And I just want each and every person here this evening, whether you are giving us confetti, whether you're putting a thumbs up or a heart, whatever reaction you want to use this evening, can we just celebrate these brave people here this evening? It is their evening. They have come and they have decided that they are going to represent and they are going to tell their story. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Once again, welcome. I say to each and every one of you once again. But now I want to give over to our contest chair, the beautiful Lucinda Ferreira, who will be facilitating our program this evening. As I welcome our contest chair this evening, Lucinda Ferreira, as she will take us through the entire evening of the Ignite contest. Let us welcome her.
Thank you so much, DTM Cindy Jacobs, and welcome all Toastmasters and guests to the Ignite International Speech Competition. I don't know if you are excited as I am. If you are, can we just have thumbs up again? Can we just have some hearts? Whatever reaction you would like to do, just do it right now, because we are all excited to be here tonight. Now, it is said that the key is not the will to win. Everybody has that. It is the will to prepare to win that is important. And I know that all our contestants that are here tonight have come prepared to win. So I just want you to give another welcome to all our contestants that are here today. Can we just give them another round of applause? And then we want to welcome everyone that is from another Toastmasters club. If you are from another Toastmasters club, just tell us in the chat, which club are you joining us from? And if you are a guest, who invited you? Use the chat facility to just speak to us and let us know where you are joining us from. I am really very excited tonight. And what is even more exciting is that the winner of today, the winner that takes the crown today, will progress to represent Ignite Toastmasters Club in the area contest on the 20th of March 2021. And they will then also go on to represent Ignite in the division contest on the 17th of April 2021. So now you may ask yourself, why are we here today? What is the purpose of today's contest? Now, the purpose of today's contest is to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking ability, and also to recognize the best and as an encouragement to all. It is also to provide an opportunity for everyone to learn by observing the more proficient speakers who have benefited from their Toastmasters training. So let us just give our contestants another round of applause, guys. Our chief judge today is DTM Marco Jacobs, and we have 4 contestants that will be participating today. The contestants have drawn the order, or the speaking order rather, and I will just give you the order for the speakers today. Our first speaker for today will be Daphne Sambo. Our second speaker will be Mandy Petrus. Our third speaker will be Bradley Petrus. Yes, you guys can just wave and let us know that you are here. And then our fourth speaker for the evening will be Moveen Gordon. So that will be our speakers for today, or rather our contestants for today. I can confirm that all our contestants have indicated that they are eligible to participate in tonight's contest. And our contestants may select any topic which must be substantially original. 25% of the speech can be referred, but 75% of the speech must be original. The speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Contestants will be disqualified if they speak for 4 minutes and 30 seconds or less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds, or for more than 7 minutes and 30 seconds. The timing will begin with the first verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. Our green light will go on at 5 minutes, our yellow light at 6 minutes, and our red light at 7 minutes. The red light will stay on until each speaker has finished their speech, and there will be no other notice to the speaker that they have gone over time. So after the contestants have spoken, after they've finished their speech, we will have 1 minute of silence. And that is to give the judges an opportunity to complete their scores. So after every speaker, there will be 1 minute of silence, and that will be to give the judges an opportunity to complete their scores. When everyone has spoken, so after our fourth speaker, we will have 2 minutes of silence, and that will then also give the judges an opportunity to complete their scores. Protest may also be entered, but it can only be entered by either the contestant or any judge, and it must be submitted to our chief judge, which is DTM Marco Jacobs, or to myself. Thank you, Marco. You've just indicated that it is here. Thank you for that, DTM Marco Jacobs. And then also, once the scores are tallied and once the winner is announced, we will not accept any protests after that. So now we are going into the special time, the time that we have all, the exciting time, the time that we've all been waiting for, the time that we actually came for here. So I don't know if you are excited. I just need to see smiles again. I just need to see some reaction from the crowd. I see the speakers are more excited than the audience. I need the audience to get a little bit excited now. Hey? I need the audience to just let us know that they are also here to actually just listen to our speakers. Now, I'm just going to recap on the speaking order again. Our first speaker for the night is Daphne Sambo. Our second speaker is Mandy Petrus. Third speaker is Bradley Petrus. And our fourth speaker is Moveen Gordon. I'm now going to ask everyone to please ensure that your mic is off when the speakers speak. And please do not make use of the chat function while the speakers are presenting their speeches. Is everything okay? Everyone is still here? So we're going over now to our, okay, thank you so much, DTM Marco Jacobs, who's also our Zoom master tonight. The chat has been disabled. Thank you. So our first contestant is Daphne Sambo with a quest extraordinary. A quest extraordinary, Daphne Sambo.
If you were given a magic wand and had 2 options between ordinary and extraordinary, which one would you pick? As I'm going through this online platform and looking at everyone here, I can almost read everyone's mind, at least 80% of you, that you would definitely go with extraordinary. Good evening, contest chair, honorable Toastmasters, our esteemed guests. Yes, I am talking about extraordinary, beyond normal, beyond the usual. I'm talking about taking it a step further to established, remarkable, noteworthy, exceptional. These are some of the adjectives that stem out of the word extraordinary. Let's be honest. We all would love a life of bliss, no issues, no tissues, no drama. A life with no challenges and distress, no limitations, no boundaries and borders. At least exceptional outcomes and divine encounters. Though, my friends, in the real world, with no magic wand, we are not immune from life's challenges. They come in different shapes, sizes, and intensity. The fine line, as John Maxwell says, between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. And that little extra will not come wrapped in a lovely package of vanilla creme brulee or ice cream dipped in chocolate with a sprinkle of cashew nuts. Yummy. It will come shady at times, dark, scary, uneasy, unsettling, you name it. But one thing I do know about it is that opportunity lies concealed in those obstacles. I'm a wellness coach, and I've had the opportunity to work with different kinds of people who at different times were on a quest to lose weight or gain weight. We can call it a quest to extraordinary self. And everybody starts at the same time with the same products, and everyone is determined that they are going to reach the desired size or the desired shape. Day one begins, everyone has the shakes and their teas, everybody's ready. They're following the meal plan, they're ensuring they're drinking sufficient water, they're exercising, their plates have the right proportions, and they give it a go, and they're excited, and everybody's cheering them on, including us, the coaches. And as the days progress, some realize that it is not as easy. On the journey, some realize that they will need to sacrifice all of those delicacies in the quest of being extraordinary. Some fall through the tracks, get back on, and keep on fighting. As T.D. Jakes says, fighting the urge to quit. That's what happens with most participants. And eventually they reach their desired goal, or even take it a step further than just 21 days to 90 days. I also have my own unsettling moments. Talk about script alterations. When I had to move from being employed at ABSA to being unemployed, going through a restructuring and then retrenchment? Seriously? When it all began, I was okay and I was on top of the world and I was so motivated and so excited, thinking other opportunities lie. 7 months later, I went through mental breakdowns, emotional breakdowns, because what I could afford back then, I couldn't no longer. What I could just swipe away with a bank card, goodness gracious me. At that point, I could barely cover the basics. Moments where I complained, moments where I asked, why me? There are moments where I prayed and I wished and I hoped, isn't there a wand somewhere that I can just wand things away? But no, it didn't happen in that way. But that space of being uncomfortable, that space of being unsettled, that was necessary for my growth. That was necessary so that I can explore other avenues. And I found myself in the property space. Who would have thought? An IT storage analyst / health coach, and now I'm in property. I actually sold my first house. Wow, I couldn't believe it either. But that journey is necessary in order for you to reach your next. I am not certain on this call what your next level is. I'm not certain what are you yearning for. I don't know what quest you are on to your extraordinary. But I do know that if you choose extraordinary, there are moments of uncertainty that you will need to go through. There are hurdles that you will need to overcome. And you will need to give it your best shot, the absolute best, in order for you to keep on going. John Maxwell says if ordinary people would just give a little extra time, a little extra effort, a little extra planning, a little extra attitude, showed a little enthusiasm, just a little extra planning, and they would be extraordinary. And they would be extraordinary. While choosing between ordinary and extraordinary, it will require you to make that decision. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no wand to offer you, but you can choose to be ordinary or extraordinary, being cognizant that on the journey of being extraordinary, there are things to overcome. But in the end, it will all be worth it. Thank you, Contest Chair.
Thank you, Daphne Sambo. We will now have 1 minute of silence. Madam Timekeeper, can I please have 1 minute on the clock? Thank you, Madam Timekeeper. We will now move on to our second contestant for the evening. Our second contestant is Mandy Petrus with I Am Woman. I Am Woman, Mandy Petrus.
I am woman, and I have a story that must be told, a story that touches many women more than I would like to acknowledge, on a topic that most couples prefer not to talk about. But this woman will not be bound by societal norms, nor will I stand ashamed for speaking my truth. For I have come to share my story so that many might find strength, so that many might be free, so that many may have hope. Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guest, allow me to tell you my story by first explaining the word woman. The word woman is made up of two words, womb and man. This tells me that there was purpose in how she was named. This tells me that the woman could carry a human in her womb. You see, the womb was not given to man. And I see all the men take a sigh of relief right there. No, the womb was given to woman to carry a human. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if this be true, then why is it that this woman was struggling to conceive? Why is it that this woman, built with a natural capacity to carry life in a womb, was struggling to conceive? And when she finally did, why is it that this woman could not carry a child to full term? Why would she need to wait 7 years for the fruit of a womb to be fulfilled? Why couldn't she just do what she was purposed to do? I am woman. My purpose is to carry life, and yet no life came forth. I cried, I asked, I begged, but nothing. Doctors trialed us on so many different drugs, a battery of blood tests. Man, we even changed our diet. We did extensive research on Google, you know, Dr. Google, and sometimes it offered some kind of support. On other days, so much dread. Infertility came knocking on our door. Hello? Hello? Is anyone out there? The shame of infertility had me feeling so alone. This woman was frustrated. For too long, my mind was invaded with thoughts of inadequacy. I felt ashamed and even unworthy. Losing a child at 8 weeks of conception did not make things any easier. Would I become another statistic? Would we be that 1 in 6 couples struggling with infertility? I cannot fathom the fact that I could not have a child. This was my childhood dream. We went through a roller coaster of emotions, jumping from gynae to fertility specialist to gynae. My diagnosis was dismal. I had early ovarian aging and endometriosis. Early what? Endo what? I hear you asking. That was my reaction too. They were both debilitating diseases, making conception almost impossible. Almost impossible, I said, because when we finally decided that we were going to go the IVF route, that was really my last resort. I was 39 years old and running out of time. I remember that day though. Brad and I, hand in hand, off to the clinic, both anxious and nervous at the same time, doing a routine internal checkup as the doctor would have, back to her consulting rooms where she asked us a list of questions concerning our medical history. And then, of course, there's that one routine question. She says, Mrs. Petrus, when was the last time you had your menses? I sat back for a moment and thought. Brad, of course, whipped up his app and announced, Mandy, you're on day 30. The doctor looked at us curiously, pulled out a pregnancy test, shoved it in my hand, and said, run off, Mrs. Petrus, you got to do a pregnancy test. You can imagine how excited I was, the possibility of finally falling pregnant. And this after doctors telling me I had 1% chance of conceiving. I returned from the bathroom with stick in hand, presented my results and said, this woman was filled with purpose. She was carrying a human in her womb. Now, for many couples trying to conceive, the roller coaster journey can take many years, and often most couples give up along the way. Have you ever given up on your dreams? I did several times, but giving up and staying there should never be an option, not when the dream is bigger than you. Les Brown says these words, the graveyard is the richest place on earth, but it is here that you will find all the hopes and the dreams of those that never fulfilled. And so I want to leave you with this thought tonight. Let's not be like those who go to the grave with unfulfilled dreams. Let us be like those who rise up to believe again in their childhood dreams. Over to you, Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you, Mandy Petrus. We will now have 1 minute silence. Madam Timekeeper, can I have a minute on the clock, please? Thank you, Madam Timekeeper. Our third contestant for the evening is Bradley Petrus with Customer Delight in the Moment of Truth. Customer Delight in the Moment of Truth, Bradley Petrus.
A man without a smiling face must not open shop. That is according to a famous Chinese proverb. Excellence is the discipline of continuous improvement, to enter each day with determination and to reach for the highest standard possible. Service and excellence go hand in hand. And without great service, you can't have excellence. And without excellence, you can't have great service. Each of us have certainly provided great service at some point or the other. Each of us have received some service or even great service at some point or the other. What then is memorable service if we're talking about great service? Well, simply put, memorable service is about having a moment of delight in the moment of truth. What is outstanding service? It's having that memorable service in that moment of truth and walking away as a happy customer. You see, every customer wants a personal interaction. Technology today has really changed the way we view service. Everything is so automated. I dread the day when call centers came about because that human interaction just went away. I would like to share a story with you about a service experience I had with one of the prestigious online retailers. I had shopped for some grocery items online. The items I shopped for were on special. If you know me, you'd know that I'm always looking for a good special. I had checked in everything into my online cart, and I had then proceeded to check out. As I proceeded to check out, I noticed that the discounts did not apply correctly. The discounts were supposed to total 100 Rand, and it had only totaled 40 Rand. Now, if you know me, you know that I don't like to get ripped off. Oh no, I am that customer who will stand at the till waiting for their R1 refund if something did not scan correctly. And I was not going to stand still for this. Being me, I proceeded to checking out. I then made screenshots of what the purchase should have said in terms of what was advertised, as well as screenshots of my checkout. And I immediately hopped onto my computer, typing away to customer service at thatonlineretailer.co.za, sending off my complaint. Dear customer service, you are advertising a special and you have promised me a discount of R100, but look at the second screenshot attached. As you can see, you've only given me R40 discount. Why are you trying to schneid me out of R60? Kind regards, disgruntled customer service customer. And off I clicked send, and off my email went. Can you imagine my disappointment when nothing happened? No response except for, please note that your email will be responded to in 2 to 3 business days. And then the whole spiel about it being COVID, they are short-staffed. Like, for goodness sake, what has that got to do with me? You've just robbed me of R60, and now this email has taken 60 minutes of my time and nothing. I was fuming. And if you know me, you would know that I immediately went onto social media with my screenshots and I typed away. Twitter, Facebook, I tagged that online retailer about my bad experience. And as you know, in South Africa, with social media, you can get the CEO's attention. I immediately got a response from the retailer, and they then called me and apologized profusely for the error. They even tried to explain it as if there was any reason to justify the injustice I had suffered. I was very disgruntled, and I was not interested in any excuses. They then promised to rectify it immediately. And of course, there's that thing called service level agreement and how long it would take. I had to ask them, what about the inconvenience that I have suffered? There was a moment of silence. I then had to probe again and say, is there a goodwill gesture, a goodwill payment that you will make to me? And of course, they then immediately agreed to doing that. The moral of my story is that I got my refund in the stipulated time, but I didn't get my compensation. There was no goodwill gesture voucher, and I had to go back to social media to get attention before I got my voucher. What am I saying? Moment of truth was when I needed the service and not when I complained. So don't be that person who gives bad service. Give it in the moment of truth. Thank you very much. Back to you, Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you, Bradley Petrus. And now we will go to our final contestant of the evening. Our final contestant is Moveen Gordon with A Whole New World. A Whole New World, Moveen Gordon. Just a correction on my side, apologies. We will go over to a 1 minute of silence. Madam Timekeeper, can I have a minute of silence on the clock, please? Thank you, Madam Timekeeper. And now for our final contestant of the evening. Our final contestant of the evening is Moveen Gordon with A Whole New World. A Whole New World, Moveen Gordon.
Oh, Father, Father, I want to marry for love. These were the words of a young girl playing the lead role of Jasmine in a grand finale play of her final year in primary school. Though she did not know the meaning and the depth of the words at the time, at that time, she knew exactly what she wanted. Greetings, Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. Now, I can say this with much certainty, that every girl goes through the phases of wanting that fairy tale love, that fairy tale story, and this at a young age. They dream about what love should feel like, what love should taste like and smell like, what love should feel like. They often imagine themselves walking down the aisle in their white gowns and their Mr. Right waiting for them at the altar. This is every girl's dream. But this was not the case for Jasmine. Although she played the role, she did not believe the words she spoke. Because somehow in her kingdom, the love or the idea of love was screwed. She, like any other princess, she did not wear beautiful gowns and her hair was not always flowy. No, she did not. She was the princess with those rough boots. She was the princess with the sword in her side. She was the princess with the shield, always ready to fight. Yes, she did not meet the criteria of her princess, but she was one indeed. You see, this princess did not know that it's not her place to actually guard these big doors that she herself has closed and shut up. No, she would sit there day and night waiting for perpetrators to enter. She was not open to love. She was not open to love. And so in her mind, what love was and what love was supposed to be was anything but what she thought it was. And she often said to herself, if that is love, then I don't want it. If that is what love looks like, count me out. And with that, she just continued building and she just continued waging war against love. But that was soon to end, when just like a genie in a bottle, poof, magically this prince appeared. And he came just like her, not looking like a prince, but he came in humbleness, in meekness. And he did not do much. All he was just being there. And one day, Jasmine just found herself with the key in her hand and like, what has just happened? My doors have been unlocked and these doors are open. It's too late now. How did I get to a point that I have unlocked these doors unconsciously? I've left my position as wanting to stand in front of that doors and guard it. And without even realizing, she lived the dream, where she was swept off her feet. Or, if we can say, she took a magic carpet ride, if your imagination would allow you. She took a magic carpet ride, and it was the day that she never looked back. The day that she saw things differently. The day that she saw unbelievable sights and she had indescribable feelings and she felt like she was soaring. It was the day that she met that little girl that she was a few years ago on the stage, telling her father that, Father, I want to marry for love. But the difference is, on this day, she knew exactly what she was saying. She could relate to the emotion that she was expressing. And at that moment, she knew exactly what she wanted. And she knew that the man that came in and that did not persuade her, that did not fight her, that did not fight her, but she allowed the doors to be open. And that introduced her to a whole new world of love and endless possibilities. And I must say, from way up here, things seem pretty crystal clear now that she has found love. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster, Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you, Maveen Gordon. We will now have 2 minutes of silence. Madam Timekeeper, can I have 2 minutes on the clock, please? Thank you, Madam Timekeeper. We will now give the judges an opportunity to complete their scores, but we will be going into a fun time. Chief Judge, is everyone ready to complete their scores? Thank you. So we will be going into a fun time now. This could
Good to go, Madam Contest Chair.
Just repeat that, DTM Cindy Jacobs.
I'm just answering on behalf of our Chief Judge. All is good to go.
Okay, excellent. So that concludes the Ignite International Speech Contest. And we will now be going into a fun part of the evening. If you're wearing a jacket, this is the time that you can take off your jacket, where you can just relax, because we are going to have some fun. Now, I know that you saw our contestants, and some of you might be wondering, who are they? So we will be having some interviews with our contestants. Let me just see our contestants. Are you ready? We're going to ask some questions, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so I'm going to ask a question, and my question will be directed at speaker number 2, Mandy Petrus. I see Mandy Petrus is ready for her question. Mandy Petrus. Okay, so I see that you wrote the book Believe Again. I want to know, what inspired you to become an author?
Thank you so much for that question, Madam Contest Chair. I can't say that the inspiration came quick and easy, because we went through a 7-year journey with infertility. And in that journey, one of our hopes was really that we would find another couple that would share their journey with us, a couple that would not only give us the highs and lows, but also to walk the road with us, would show love and support and really understand what we were going through. And we never really found that couple. And so probably between 5 and 6 years of being on the infertility journey, I said to my husband, Brad, I said to him, let us be that couple who documents our story for others to read about our story, so that we can be the couple who offers the love, the support, the highs, the lows, and to walk a journey with other couples. And that was really the inspiration. But to call it an inspiration wasn't quite a thing. All I did know was that it needed to be done, and so we did. So thank you for that question.
Thank you so much for answering, Mandy Petrus, and what an awesome answer that was. Now, I'm not here alone tonight. Hey? I do have a co-host, someone that is helping me with the facilitation of this meeting. And I want to hand over now, and I want to give her an opportunity to interview someone as well. So I'm going to hand over to DTM Cindy Jacobs, who has a question for someone. Who's next?
Thank you so much, Madam Contest Chair. I must say that this contest is on fire. I am so glad to be here today, but I want to ask a question specifically to one of our contestants. Contestant number 4, who is Moveen Gordon. You said, or you wrote down in your profile, that you said you were a table topics champion at division level in the 2018-2019 contest. Can you give us one of the highlights on this particular journey? Over to you, Moveen Gordon.
Thank you, Cindy, DTM. Well, there were many, many highlights, but one that I can point out is definitely support. I don't think that I would have reached the level that I did if I had not had the support of my club, the support of my mentor, the support of other clubs even. I do not think I would have reached that level without support. The talking and the preparation that I can do on my own, but it's just, the weight just becomes lighter when you know that you can dial anyone's number at any time and they'll be able to support. I mean, I've asked for tips, and tips just came flooding in. You know, remain calm, you know, internalize things, don't overthink things, you know, all these tips that came through that assisted me throughout that journey, throughout that process. And that is the support that actually assisted me and pushed me to that level. So that will definitely be one of the highlights for me in that process. Over to you, Cindy, DTM.
Thank you so much, Mubin Gordon. What an amazing answer. I think that there are amazing tips for those of you that are striving to go on that journey. I'm going to give over to my co-host, our contest chair for this evening, Lucinda Ferreira, as she goes to our next contestant.
Thank you, DTM Cindy Jacobs. Now, my next question is directed to Daphne Sambo, our first contestant. Daphne, I see that you like hiking and singing. Can you demonstrate to us how do you hike and sing at the same time?
Good evening, Contest Chair. How do I answer that question? My goodness. All right, so on the hikes, okay, that's what I do. That's the first thing. And then I sing. Okay, you asked me to demonstrate, right? I need to think of a song right now. Okay. There's one song that I sang today and I don't recall. Oh, okay, I can go with this one. You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemies till all my fears are gone. Yes. Thank you, Contest Chair.
Thank you so much, Daphne Sambo. Now you've made me want to complete that song, you know. I'm no longer a slave to fear. So maybe I should start singing and hiking as well. But for now, I'll hand over to my co-host, DTM Cindy Jacobs.
Thank you so much, Lucinda. I want to say to Daphne that I was hoping to see some jumping and some skipping and some moving around while you are doing the song. So we are definitely taking this to club level next time because we need to know how to do this thing. But I've got another question this evening. I've got a question for Brad Petrus, who is contestant number 3. Brad, in your profile, you speak about how you love gymming, and you speak about, it's almost like you could feel the passion coming from that particular statement that you made. Can you tell us, these people, these people sitting here, teach us, Sensei, what is the importance of gymming and good health, especially within today's life? Over to you, Sensei.
Thank you, Madam Co-host and DTM Cindy Jacobs. Gymming, being healthy, being fit, eating healthy, having a wellness of mind and spirit, it all comes together when you make that journey to the gym. You see, when you go to the gym, you will be very mindful of what you put into your mouth in the kitchen, because you will realize that anything you put in your mouth is going to affect the work you've just put in. When you're at the gym and you're pumping the iron, the blood is flowing, the endorphins are racing, and you are experiencing wellness of mind. So eating healthy, eating moderately, eating the right portions, like Daphne referred to in her speech, is all important for a healthy mind and body. Supplementing that with gymming and exercise is what gives you that vitality to get out of bed and put that spring in your step. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Co-host and DTM Cindy Jacobs.
I can't, I'm sitting here and every time I hear the word DTM, I want to laugh. I was like, oh my goodness, it's too much, it's too much, it's too much. But Yeah, thank you, thank you. I'm like, every time, thank you so much, Brad, for that awesome, awesome answer. I'm going to give back to our contest chair, Madam Contest Chair Lucinda Ferreira.
Thank you so much, co-host DTM Cindy Jacobs. I just need to quickly check in with our Chief Judge Marco Jacobs. DTM, are you ready for your report? I think he's still offline.
Yes. No. I'm very much online. I am right here. All right. Thank you so much. Firstly, everybody for joining this evening. This was awesome. It's our club Ignite first contest. So this is huge for us. But very quickly, the judges report. There were absolutely no disqualifications this evening. So well done on that. There were no protests for any of the speeches that were done this evening. All the judges have handed in their ballots. Everything has been submitted and the count has been done. The results have been handed over to the contest chair, and we look forward to hearing what the contest chair has to say for us this evening. Thank you so much, Madam Contest Chair, and back over to you.
Thank you, Chief Judge DTM Marco Jacobs. Now, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I think I'm more nervous than the contestants. Are you ready, guys? Let me just get some hands. Let me just get some reactions. Let me just get, is there a drum roll? I am excited to announce the winners. Is everyone ready? Is everyone ready?
Madam Contest Chair, just a reminder that we will count from the bottom. So we will start with number 3, then we'll go to number 2, and then number 1.
Number 1. I got that DTM Cindy Jacobs. Thank you so much for that reminder. So in third place, are you ready? Are you ready? Third place, we have Daphne Sambo. Let's give Daphne Sambo a round of applause. Well done, Daphne. Well done, well done. We're getting closer to the winner. We are getting closer to the winner. Second place. Are you ready for second place? Let me first see some reactions. I first need some reactions from some people before I can announce second place. Let us do the drum roll. Second place, second place, second place, second place, second place. In second place, we have Mandy Petrus. Well done, Mandy Petrus. Let us just give a hand to Mandy Petrus. So what our second place winner? Remember, if anything were to happen, and in case our first place winner cannot represent the club,